channel? You're not coming up as live yet, good sir.
No, it takes a second.
Okay.
You got to refresh.
I
And
just
then,
popped up.
I did
yep,
refresh.
I got it.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, we'll see if anyone from chat. First come, first serve. Come on, peeps, show up, buddy. Come on. Weld, where the heck are you? You thought you were going to be on last week. You were all excited, and then I said no next week, and you said cool, and you're not here. I know life happens, but send a text. Send an IM.
Technology is amazing.
Oh, and BC tells me you can't be here half hour before the podcast. It's still difficult to replace him, especially when no one's on. Why is
I'm
Destiny?
able to hear you on the live stream. There, Star Wars.
What's that?
I'm able to hear you.
So is sound
Okay.
check complete?
So he's good.
Oh my God, Mouth's on.
What?
Mouth is on. I'm sending her a party request. He was scheduled. Where the hell is he? I gotta find TARDIS. Yeah, Mouth. I had to go blue so I could send you a note saying get your butt in here. I sent an invite through TARDIS. I'm gonna mute so there's no more echo. Okay, we got 4 people watching. That would be VA, you and me, and Mouth,
Mhm.
who's the 4th one. Did I spell join right? I did not. Okay, whatever. I didn't get a reply from Mouth, so maybe she's scrambling to find the PlayStation or something to join the party. But I sent her an invite to TARDIS.
Okay.
So hopefully she'll be on as TARDIS. I have a milestone to talk about at the end. I have
Okay.
another accomplishment. And once again,
Hey.
all my accomplishments have to do with time played, not skill. Give it a few more minutes. If you're watching this is the behind the scenes pregame of the world's famous that nobody knows about podcast for Guardians and a guest. It's the award-winning podcast that has never won an award. That's ironic.
And
We
this is
are
the Mad Scramble.
we are 2 people shy. Mouth is on her way. We have a green light, my friend. We have a green light. The producer's saying stretch a little bit. Stretch. That's what he does. He goes like this, stretch. Or he goes like this when you're doing too much time. I'm glad Rogue Force is feeling better.
Me too. He's a whiner.
Oh, all guys are. All we want is our mommy.
Absolutely.
When I was 40 and sick, I wanted my mommy.
Yeah. No, he doesn't want his mommy. I'm gonna die, Mom. I need to stay home. Uh-huh.
Okay. VA, do you want to pick a spot for us in the tower or the helm? We're not really gonna have a guest. We're gonna have 4 co-hosts.
Let's see here.
I guess Mouth is gonna be a guest last, but she doesn't know anything about Destiny, so we gotta pick a spot. She'll be an avatar, but she won't know where to go.
Alright, I'm gonna fly and go over to the hangar area.
Okay, I will join up on you once you get there.
We could always do a switch up.
What do you mean?
What's that?
Instead of doing a guest interview, have the guest interview us.
No, then I won't have a job next week. But she's going to be a co-host. She can be our guest. I think each one of us should ask her a question. Since we don't have any pre-made questions, so I would try to think of a question for Mouth.
Oh, I got one.
Okay. Okay, I'm joining up on you, VA.
Okay.
You got your emotes all ready to go? I got a couple of new ones. I bought one with bright dust, and another one was just thrown at me randomly. We'll start at 1:15 if Mouth can join us by then. That's 6 minutes away. Okay, who gave us the like already? Now we got 2 likes already. One of them's me, because I know what's coming up.
Not it.
Well, last week we had 7 likes, and we had like 5 people on the show and like 4 in chat.
We have a phantom liker.
Oh, we got 3 now. Is that UVA?
Nope, I haven't liked it yet.
Okay, well, like away. And where are you?
I am currently just in the fly-in spot.
Oh, you're right next to me.
Emotes.
Okay, we're going to the hangar.
See what we can find in the hangar tonight.
I gotta change my weapons. I don't want my Polaris Lance. Well, Polaris Lance is awesome right now.
Yeah, because it's a pulse rifle, correct? Or is it a scout?
It's a scout. It has the dragonfly on the 4th crit. It blows up really big. I mean, four crits, and the 5th one blows up huge. And it's really easy to get quick with the scout rifle.
Gotcha.
And you get infinite ammo too. I like to have a bow on my back. I'm gonna switch it up. I got a message from Dark saying TARDIS doesn't see the invite. Bow. I sent it. Alright, just go over to TARDIS's and say join ours. I'm sure I sent him an invite. I'm gonna double check. Maybe not. All right, you got another one. And Rogue, what do you mean by one is me? Oh, are you watching my you're are you watching my stream? Well, I didn't think he had a means to watch. He can watch. Can you watch the stream on your phone? Okay. Okay. Old guy here, you know. What's up, Mouth? Good. Where you been? I've missed you.
He's Auxiliary Club, and they meet on Mondays.
Okay. You
Yeah,
on?
they do a lot of charity work.
Well, who doesn't? Are you on
Awesome.
Tardis's
And we drink.
PlayStation? Are you on
Oh, I'm on
Tardis's
my cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Hola. I just stole his. Say hi, honey.
Hi, Shady. Hi, VA.
What's going
Hey,
on, guys?
Curtis.
I just stole his login.
That's all right. He has my login. He could boot me.
I could, but I'm not that.
He better not.
I've done it before accidentally because I'd taken control of it before, but he hadn't hopped out yet, and so I accidentally booted him. Like, oops.
I think BC's still looking at houses, and that's probably why he's not here.
That's what he said.
He's already let us know.
Oh, good. Good, good. Oh my God.
All right, we got a problem.
Sadie,
We have an
I
issue.
loved your print. Oh,
We have a
sorry.
major issue. Mouth, we can't hear you on my stream.
Oh, that always happens. Hold on.
What a party.
Where's myself? But you should be doing your chores. Go do your chores. Go do your chores. You want to be part of the podcast? Go do your chores. Boy,
Actually, I can hear her.
I can hear her.
That is already enabled, Shady.
is it done?
That was already enabled.
Okay, I got her now.
Oh, okay.
I gotcha. No further action required. Is everybody cool and starting in 1 minute?
Yes, but I want to tell you one thing. I heard your anniversary poem, and I loved it so much.
Okay.
So thank you. I know I messaged
You're
you, but I
welcome.
wanted to tell you anyway.
You did. I wrote part of that. That was an incomplete wish toast kind of thing. I added a couple of lines to make it make sense. And I thought I did a good
I
job.
loved it.
I found it really quick, too. Okay, guys, cell phones on vibrate. Watch your language, please. Mouth, the theory of when BC's on, we go a half hour longer is confirmed. Last week we were scrambling for time. We had to make up more questions to get to an hour. We barely got there.
Oh no.
I haven't had a talk with him yet about that. It's not bad. I'm just saying what he says is great. He's very, very funny and smart. It just needs to be a little bit less time in between comments.
Yeah, he tends to drag on.
Okay, you guys ready? Episode 31, 4 Guardians and a Guest. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Alrighty then. Guess who is back? Hello and welcome to a Destiny Community Podcast, 4 Guardians and a Guest, episode 31. I am your host, Shady Vale, but I cannot do this by myself, so I have VA.
Yes, I can drive a stick.
I got Star Wars Junkie.
May the force be with you.
Oh, we're back to Star Wars. All right. And we have a very special guest, big fan of mine because she's intelligent. She's been on before. I want her to be a guest host whenever she can, but she's a guest tonight, and it is Mouth. Mouth, how you doing?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for
us
having
on a
me.
moment's notice. Literally 5 minutes ago, we pulled you from chat.
That's so true.
It is. So thank you for coming, stopping by, and you get to do the outro again. So get prepared for that.
Oh, okay. I'll try to be easy on these margaritas.
And welcome, chat. We got Rogan here, and we got Dark in here. Dark, I think your real name's showing again. I don't know how that works, but I know who Dark is. So we're going to move on. Okay, coming up, we have some shady questions. We have a semi-guest interview. We got the top 3, some Star Wars trivia, and the third degree where chat asks us questions, and we have to answer them. But first, we are sponsored by Anchor. Anchor is a free app for your desktop or phone that you can upload your podcast to, and they will download it all over the internet. This podcast is on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, among others, and there's a revenue stream. We are actually making money having fun once a week for an hour or so. Also going on, we got Project Little Light. Little Light is the nickname for all the kids at St. Jude that are getting treatment from the Destiny Committee. We have raised 22 seconds, and it takes $32 a second to fund St. Jude's. That's just over $700. This tiny podcast so far has raised $700, and I was told that, hey, if every Rinky-Dink podcast like this did it, it would make a big difference. So that's what we got going on. Now we get to the show. Normally, behind the scenes here, we would have the guest send 3 or 4 questions to the interviewer. We did not have time for that at all. So we're going to wing it. So each one of the hosts are going to ask Mouth a question. So who wants to go first? I think, Junkie, you had something?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, I love your personality. I love your voice. You are just so a positive person. At least that's how your sound is. What is your secret to being so positive?
First of all, thanks. I'm glad you recognized my inner sunshine. No, I'm just kidding. I think it's literally.
You are my sunshine.
If there is a secret, I swear it's that I am constantly looking for the silver lining in a situation. As bad as things get, no matter what it is, I will always find the positive, to the point where it's a little annoying to people. BC can tell you that better than probably anybody, but it can get actually a little annoying. But I always look for the sunny side in the situation. And that's how I stay positive all the time, because this world will eat you alive if you let it.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for being just an absolute positive force. You make everybody happier when you're around.
Oh my God, that's so nice. Thank you. Not everybody. Ask my exes.
The ones who matter.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Mwah.
VA, you got something for Mouth?
What is it like having 2 gamers in your life? Because both your ex, who you are still friendly with, aka BC,
Got
and
3.
your son Tardis fan.
And Dark, Dark was on earlier,
Dark's also
playing
a gamer?
Fortnite.
All right. Okay, so what is it like to be surrounded by gamers while you thyself are not exactly a gamer?
It depends on the day. I'm like, like today no one would ever believe that I said this, but I actually told Dork, said, "You can keep playing, honey. I'm fine," which is like a phrase that I have probably never uttered in my existence. But ever. But normally it's obnoxious, because I wanted, like, for example, today I told Tortoise, I said, "Tell me when you're hungry," because I'd prepped everything for dinner. And so even though I hadn't technically cooked it yet, because it's fish tacos, fish cooks so fast, I was like, just tell me like 5 minutes before you want to eat, because the guac's in the fridge. I'm already halfway through this picture of margaritas, and the fish just needs to get cooked. So today I was just kind of easygoing about it. I've been struggling with my own crap recently, so I was just like, whatever, as long as the attention's not on me at this exact moment, you guys can play all you want. But normally I'm just like, oh my God, are you done yet?
I will attest to this 100%.
He just took my phone. That's TARDIS, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
TARDIS has the distinguished of being the first guest on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the first kid guest.
He is patient zero.
That too. Yep.
You were on the holiday one, but just
The first youngin'.
BC. You were on the Memorial Day show with me and BC. It was just the three of us. We had a good time though. But yeah, thanks, TARDIS. And
I
he's
was
one of
on
my
the last
contractors too.
minute save the day show too.
Well, that happens.
Well, you're pretty awesome,
In this
so.
fast-paced world of entertainment, things happen. Okay, my question is, I'm perplexed. I have an ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
If she was killed tomorrow, I would feel bad for my kids.
Uh-huh.
She was vindictive and evil, and she has gone out of her way to make my life miserable at every given turn. I was arrested for a crime my first time. She called the DA from Chicago and said, "Yo, he does this all the time.
Oh, wow.
This is his 10th offense." She bruised herself and had me arrested.
So is the
Mm.
question, will I beat her up? Because the answer
No.
is yes.
Well, I
Oh.
keep looking for my
I'm
girlfriend to
with you,
kill her,
Mel.
but nobody will do it. How is it possible that you and BC remain friends? I know you guys have a history of like growing up together or something, but how are you and your new husband and your ex-husband friends? That's a situation comedy waiting to happen. How is that possible? How'd you
I
get
think
there?
I think it's multifaceted. I
We
mean,
got time. We
so
got
the
all time in the world.
so the first portion of that, I think, is the fact that, and I don't know, how much of our story you know, but I've known BC like since junior high school. Like he was my first, and I won't elaborate on that, but you guys know what I mean. Um, and
That's
so that's
foreshadowing right
part
there.
of it. I think that's part of it. And the other thing is we had kids, right? So I think that, when it comes to the breakup of a relationship, right? You can be adults about it or you can be assholes. I'm sorry. Um
That's okay.
you can be
13.
you can be less than adults. Let's just say it that way. But it really takes both parties being willing to be adults about the situation. And I think with us, it was kind of a gradual decline where it's not like we fell out of love with each other. We fell out of love with being with each other, if that makes sense. So we still love each other. We would still do anything for each other. And we got out before it got to an ugly place. Because it had gotten to the point where we were more friends living in the same household and staying together for the kids kind of thing. And so we just made an adult decision, when it all ended, to say, look, the kids come first and we have to be friends. We have to be able to get along with each other in order for that to happen. Now, truth be told, and I hope she don't listen to this, I never liked his girlfriend. I tried to, but I ain't like that girl.
You talking about Teacup?
I don't know what her name is. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I never liked that girl. So I tried
They're no
to.
longer together. That's the most recent one.
I mean, thank goodness. But
Okay.
yes, her. And I tried. I really tried. I tried to like her so much, but I didn't. And so that caused a couple of rifts. But I really, really tried to. I mean, she's been in my house. I fed her my food and she drank my liquor. So obviously, I mean, I didn't want to kill her or anything.
Oh.
But
She best be cordial.
she was. I mean, I think that's a good portion of that was fear. Healthy fear.
I'm scared of you.
You
I've
know,
never met you.
Ditto.
It's not a very scary person.
I mean, you should be, but you don't have to be because I like you.
I'll say this on the record, and she may look at me funny, but she's not a scary person.
No, I am. He just he knows the mom side of me that won't physically accost him. But I think that's really the basics of what it boils down to is we made an adult decision to be cordial for our children, and through that process we redeveloped the friendship we had before we started dating. And that was a healthy and happy kind of circumstance that just worked itself out.
I want to compare this to the best sitcom ever. This is like Jerry and Elaine on Seinfeld. They went out for a while, but they're their best friends for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. And I literally would. I mean, I would do anything for him, and I think that feeling's mutual.
Absolutely. Okay.
It's almost like Reba.
Yeah. I saw
Yep.
it. I saw that show. God, and that new wife was freaking annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know how Reba dealt with her.
I'm thinking she drank a lot.
Side note, and this is hilarious, but not on topic at all. I sang Reba McEntire in karaoke for the first time ever. It was not good. My husband said, honey, don't sing country anymore.
What?
Well, she's also an alto, so if you aren't down in that register, it can go badly too.
Oh,
Well, he
yeah.
said it was because I gave it too much soul. I made it
Uh,
bluesy.
yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. Rhythm and blues is awesome.
Yeah, it was probably bad.
Okay.
But we were at a party and everybody was singing country, and I don't do country really, so I assimilated.
There
Okay,
you
well,
go.
I think that was the guest interview, and Mouth let BC know at the earliest convenience that we really don't need him anymore. That went
Okay,
great.
awesome.
That went great. And actually, last week TDS filled in for BC, and he did great. He was on his feet. He had the questions. He followed up questions. He was short to the point, and it was awesome. So
You know what would be
BC,
fun? You should let
BC.
me take his job and interview BC.
If anything, if she's
That would
gonna
be
be,
Well,
hilarious.
she's gonna be able
well,
to do it, I should do it first.
before this segment ends, Mouth, you have the opportunity to ask one of us or all of us a question. So next time you're on as a guest and BC's the host, you can ask. You asked him a pretty tough question last time. You get all this time to be on a podcast. You got all this time on a podcast, but you can't. You don't know your son. What the hell? You called him out.
I'm glad you remembered that.
I
I
remember
totally called him
everything.
out.
You called him. You put his feet to the fire. So you got a question for us offhand? Because we had to come up with these in 10 seconds for you.
No, I guess if I did have a question for you, just like right off the cuff, the one thing that I will say, and this is probably more for Star Wars junkie than Shady U and VA, is it's always interesting to see kind of how a dynamic builds, right? So like, VA and Shady, you guys are like OGs, and Star Wars, you just kind of came in and you know just became part of the family pretty quickly. I mean, it was almost as if you had been here for the entire time. So what's it like for you coming into an established clan of guardians, so to speak, to be part of a podcast that was already developed before you got here?
What do you mean, so you speak? We are guardians.
Shut up, boy.
I am not a guardian. Uh, well, legally, I guess I
She's
am.
a guardian wannabe.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's a little rough because they start talking about the Destiny stuff, and I have no idea. And I'm like, okay,
Me neither.
I'm the third wheel. I'm like the little sister that had to go on the date. That's me. I'm also the comic relief, and I also throw in just a little bit of sass because I've lived on the wild side. So I think I just kind of even everybody out a little bit because they're all tame. And then I throw off with, skinny dipping with a cowboy hat.
I will never forget, by the way. I've given you guys names, and if she's listening, I'm sorry in advance. But Selena was the annoying one, and VA, you were the smart one. Shady was my favorite. Of course, he still is. And then Star Wars, you're the feisty one.
Aww,
So,
I'm
like,
feisty.
What, Mom? You don't like the meow meow?
don't get me started.
That was a great entrance.
Mm-hmm. Meow,
And
meow.
and I have Selena meow meow. That's she's Catwoman. That's Selena Kyle's Catwoman's alias.
I'm sure she's a very nice person. It was
No,
hard
not
to
really.
listen to
No,
her.
no. She's my nemesis. She calls me out. If I have a fact and she doesn't believe it, she calls me up for a half hour.
Uh,
If I say something wrong, she pounces on it like a cat and a mouse.
she was just really hard to listen to. Like, the first couple of podcasts, I was like, oh my God. And I would just, like, literally stop listening. But I don't mean to be mean. Just some people just don't sit well with other people. And she just is a little annoying to me. No offense, Chicky, if you're listening. I mean, offense. It's offensive. Never mind. I take it back.
Well,
Offense.
me and Selena have been gaming together for about 4 years, so I mean we understand. She told me to F and shut my mouth one time, and she meant it. and I left the
Oh,
fire team.
okay.
And I didn't talk to her for about 2 weeks. I came back and said, "What was up with that?" She goes, "Well, you were just talking. I'm trying to game, and I had to shut you down." I'm like, "All right, we're close enough that I didn't take too
I'll
much
let
of
that
offense
go.
to that." Yeah, I'll give you a pass on that one.
See,
I
But
just
There's
hate it
also
when people
ways you
say
can
no
say
offense all the
shush.
time, but they said something offensive. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
saying no offense somehow erases the fact that what you said was rude. I know what I said was rude. Like, no point in saying no offense because,
the next thing you said is
I
going to
mean,
offend. That's like saying,
it
"I
is
don't,
going
I
to.
don't want to be racist here, but insert racist comment." Like, really? That's not the whiteout. Whiteout goes afterwards.
oh, Jeepers Christmases.
Okay, we're moving on though, because that was a very good guest interview, and good job, guys. Seat of our pants. Wow, we're getting good at this. Up next is some, I'm guessing, some Star Wars trivia from Junkie, because she said, "Well, may the force be with you." Last week it was Live Long and Prosper, and we had Star Trek trivia. So see, the gene just never stops on my end. That's me, just picking up things.
Oh,
That is so
sure.
smart.
Okay, Junkie. So
No
you know, I'm
ego
giving you,
there.
on my stream, I'm giving you a red background for Star Wars. It's all yours.
All right. So there's actually three really good ones. So the first one is, what is the only Star Wars movie that the title is actually spoken as a line of dialogue? There's only
I
one of
think
them.
I think it's Phantom Menace.
Mm.
Oh, I'm trying to remember all the names.
I'm gonna go with The Empire Strikes Back, just because I have no idea and I want to
Okay, so I'll
answer.
throw you guys a bone. It's not
No, I think I know what
just
it is. I know what it is.
it's
Oh, is
what
it a
is it?
greater? No, never mind. Just go ahead. I was going to say it's a greater hope, but it's not, probably. Go
So
ahead.
it's actually it can be any of the Star Wars movies, including the prequels, the sequels, and the side spins.
Oh.
So it's Easter egg. It's like all of them.
Oh,
Yes, it's
so if you go into
literally
Disney, I don't know.
No, we don't care about
nope,
those.
out of all of them. There's only
Wow.
one movie where the title is actually a legitimate line in it.
Oh, it is New Hope. It is New Hope. That's part of the scroll. Wait, no, the scroll is always part of it, though.
That's the title.
Yeah, it's the title. Yeah,
See,
it's
I
part of
was
the
thinking
title
it was
But it
scroll.
New
was
Hope, but
what
I don't think that's right.
was it spoken though in the movie?
But that makes me think that it's one of the Disney spin-offs, the way she said that. And nobody takes those seriously. They're not part of Star Wars. They're just like,
What?
they're
Oh,
not.
them's fighting words. Those are fighting
Oh,
words.
come on. If you can make Lilo and Stitch, no one's taking you Star Wars
Okay, all
serious.
right. No.
Okay,
Okay,
but
well.
I love Stitch, just saying. Hold on, I gotta get
I
the
do
turkey out of
too,
the
but
oven.
would you equate that to Star Wars?
Hang on, Junkie's got a Wookiee in her kitchen.
Uh-oh.
Okay, guys. Whew. Sorry, wild turkey, and not the good kind either. Okay, so you didn't get it.
Okay.
It was Rogue One.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was her
Yes.
code name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
I told you I wasn't going to get it if I had to count the Disney ones.
Okay, so this one I actually found, and I was like, "Oh, that's so awesome!" The inner geek in me went nuts. So, what famous actor played a stormtrooper in The Force Awakens, where Rey uses the Force to escape Kylo Ren's chair?
Choose me, pick me.
No, we don't want the right answer quite yet.
See, that is
You're
him
just
conducting
jealous.
a podcast. Good job, sir.
I'm
Build the
guessing
suspense.
it's somebody that has a lot of money. I'm gonna go with Bill Gates.
A famous actor.
Last time I checked,
He could pay
he's
me
not
to
an
tell me he's an
actor.
actor.
Can't believe I had to clarify that, Shady.
Sorry.
Actor says it's a dude.
Well,
So,
there's no actresses anymore for like the last 20 years. They're all actors.
oh, well, everything's gender neutral now.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Me too.
Sorry, I'm a little too honest today. Y'all caught me on the wrong day.
Caught you on the right day.
Hey, it's good. Honesty is better than fakeness.
Also, for the record, love, I have watched every single spinoff and character backstory because I wouldn't miss them. But it does hurt my feelings that it's Disney these days. And I don't know, so I'm just gonna say Shamar Moore because I'm obsessed with him.
Well, that's because he's sexy.
Amen, girl.
He is, but he wasn't a stormtrooper. That was Daniel Craig.
Yes! Sorry, my inner geek was like, oh my gosh, James Bond was a stormtrooper. So actually,
man.
And so were the princes. So was Prince William and Prince Harry.
Yes,
There were
even
some-
though Daniel Craig actually he vehemently denies playing an extra in another movie. So it was actually let out of the bag by Simon Pegg from Shaun of the Dead, and he's like, probably shouldn't have said that. And Craig still denies it.
Man, you're getting the tea from Shaun of the Dead. That's awesome.
Now look at it go. Okay, this is my favorite
Nice
question.
trivia
I've seen this
question.
one. I know, I love that one. And James Bond. Okay, side
Sorry,
note.
go ahead.
Side note. Who's the best Bond?
Oh, Roger Moore.
I don't like the series, so I'm sitting out.
Dark says Daniel Craig.
Because he was the first one I was introduced to. Sean Connery, in retrospect, was really good.
Sean Connery is my
was-
favorite.
But yeah,
he is my
Roger Moore.
favorite by far. He just oozes Scottish sex appeal.
So this trivia
he's
question is based
delicious.
on your opinion, Junkie?
Absolutely.
Wow.
That
So
was a side
everybody
note.
that doesn't agree with you is wrong. That's amazing.
I know.
She
You know
said
why?
it was a side note. It wasn't a trivia question.
Yeah, so
And she's
Besides.
right. It's Sean Connery.
listen, that man is old as dirt and he still can pull off a silver fox.
Amen, girl. Dark does not agree with us. He says Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig
And
wishes he could be in the same hemisphere as Roger Moore and any of the other ones.
Well,
I like Daniel Craig,
his
but I'd
defense,
have to
Junkie.
give it
No,
to
Dark
the
says
originals.
Sean before D. Craig. See, he likes Sean Connery.
No, before Daniel Craig played the
Oh, Pierce Bronson.
He was a flash in the pan.
before Daniel Craig.
He was.
Same thing with Timothy Dalton, who literally
Yeah.
won.
Not
At
bad.
he was
At
saying
least Pierce
Sean
Brosnan
was
got
before
two.
Daniel Craig chronologically. He was saying
Oh,
Sean was
God, no.
before Daniel Craig chronologically. But in his defense, he is a bigger Bond. His Bond fandom is probably equal to your Star Wars fandom, Junkie.
I'm right there with Bond as I am with Star Wars.
Then how did
then
he
you guys
not?
can
Then how did he
battle
not
that out.
know? Then how did he not know that Sean was not the Bond before Daniel?
Ooh.
But I said Sean was the best one before Daniel Craig
okay.
started playing.
I get it.
So you like
All right.
Daniel
Okay.
the best? Okay, followed by Sean. Got
A
it.
little punctuation would have helped us there, but that's okay.
It's all right. I just mistranslated the handsome Indian on the couch next to me. My
No
bad.
problem. But we have this Dark. Next time you're on the podcast, I want some 007 trivia.
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Ooh, da-dun, da-dun.
I'll be sitting it out.
Okay,
Me too, girl.
last question. You guys are going to so love me for this one. What is Yoda's species?
Unknown. It's never been stated.
That's one.
He has a home world though.
No.
I know. Ooh, I know the answer. It's the same as Grogu's.
And Yaddle.
Did-
We can't forget Master Yaddle.
Did we have this question before?
Wow.
I think we had this question before because I said Yodaville.
Yodaville.
No, it
You know
was
what that
what
reminds me of? What
it
was
was
that
what
old
planet?
Zynga game, Yoville? It was like The Sims or whatever. Do you know what I'm
Oh
talking about?
gosh, yeah,
Was it
Cityville
Yoville
and
or something?
Farmville and
No,
Oh,
the question was what planet did Luke go to meet Yoda? That was the question. And it was Dagobah.
oh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Which
not
is
God,
not
look at you. You're
I
Yoda's
don't
so
know.
homeworld.
good at remembering stuff.
That's what I
he is
get paid
so
for.
cheating right now. I bet you he's looking it up.
I've got my controller to change the light to green when we do the top 3. I got
Oh
the
my
chat
God,
up
you're so
here, and I
cute.
got my podcast up over there. So I mean, I ain't looking. I don't even have a phone near me. What's the
Oh, do
answer?
we
What's
have
the
Okay.
answer?
anyone
We're
in
never gonna
chat
get it. We're never
commenting?
gonna get it.
Okay.
But I
Okay,
thought
so
that they had not
actually,
declared it.
VA got it. He doesn't have one.
Wow.
There's been
Yoda
3
was never
examples.
given a specific species. He is singular in the Star Wars universe, which is why I'm totally gonna get a tattoo of him.
Well, sort of. I mean, there's been Yoda, there's been Master Yaddle, and then there's Grogu. There's only
And
been
if
3 of
one
that
more
species.
person calls Grogu Baby Yoda to me, I'm going to lose my mind.
It's
Oh,
not
and
Baby
then
Yoda.
in
That was
chat,
fine
He
before we knew his name, but we know his name now.
he
So,
was a
yeah.
hatchling, not a baby.
Ancient
Well,
Wolf
we don't know that was.
said I would say Super Goblin in the chat.
Oh
In
hey, hey Whoopi.
adorableness.
Thanks for joining us.
So he
You
is
were a great
totally a
guest.
cross between E.T. and a goblin.
E.T. and a Mogwai.
Ooh,
Yes.
you might be onto something there.
We're talking
Oh my God,
size.
yes.
You know the size, because
We'll see
Hmm.
what happens if we get him wet.
Oh.
Wow. Guardians After Dark on that one.
Well, went
Oh my
fast.
God, do you live with your minds in the gutter? I love it.
I'm just trying to
I
keep
I'm
try
up.
not
to,
sure
but they
some of
keep
us
me up
ever
straight and
leave.
narrow.
I'm trying to keep up with Junkie and Mouth. So it's a sprint, and I'm tired.
What? It's not hard to double entendre everything, man.
That's what she said. Now moving on. Okay, that was a nice trivia segment. Thank you, Junkie. Good as always. We're going to switch colors to green for top 3. VA, what is the top 3 this week?
The top 3, it's a suggestion of one of our co-hosts, is what are the top 3 meals that you grew up with that you kind of miss these days?
Oh.
Couldn't you, as an adult, just replicate the meal?
Could,
It's not the
but
same.
I don't have the amount of time to spend that my mama did, so there's a lot more stuff coming out of,
Okay.
the freezer and boxes in my life and the drive-through.
Yeah, I feel that one.
Hey, I own it. I'm a competent cook. I don't enjoy cooking.
So
I
call
fake
us
it.
out. Who's going first, baby?
Let's see here. Shady, how about you start it?
I'll go second. I got 2 so far.
Slacker.
Okay. Star Wars.
Okay, so the one thing that I remember my mom always fed us every Sunday morning, we had warm Pepsi and cold pizza. It was like our thing.
Shouldn't that be opposite?
Hey, number
Okay.
one, I love cold pizza, so I'm with you, girl.
Yeah, it was always warm room temperature Pepsi and cold pizza.
I
And
understand the cold pizza, but what's up with not putting no ice in them Pepsi?
well, a little back note about Star Wars Junkie. The fridge was filled with liquor and beer.
Oh,
Ah,
well, good
there's no
times.
room for some cold stuff.
Yeah, so I kind of grew up with, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It was a thing.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know where I got my whole thing from. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, Mouth, you want to read Dark's answer? Because I had no idea how to pronounce any of that.
Okay, so Dork said, dosa, pani puri, and upma. So I know what dosa
Is that
is,
the
but
3
what is the
wise
rest
men?
of this? Yes, honey. Blessed be. What? Go forth, bring me frankincense and myrrh. So I know what dosa is, honey. Those are pancakes. What are the pani puri and the upma?
The puri is the one you have.
Puri is the puffy one?
Yeah, but it's pani puri is like crunchy and what's not.
So he essentially said bread, and what's the other one?
It's like good.
Bread and grits. That's what it says. Just like the Indian versions of bread and grits. I love dosa.
Hey, you know, you know,
And I like puri.
pretty much every culture has a version of it. So
puri is like when I usually eat puri, it's like puffed up and it's like a bread that's like with like air puffed into it. But this is a crispier version, and dosa is like a little like a pancake. And then I've never had the upma, but apparently it's like grits. Why haven't I had that? Way to ruin my life, babe. He said nobody here makes it. That's what he said. Sorry, go ahead.
Open a restaurant.
grab a cookbook.
Do you
Or
know
the
how many
internets.
Indian dishes my Indian husband has cooked for me? Very few, my dears. Very few.
Oh. All right,
rarely cooks for me.
Shady, you managed to dodge it.
Okay, I don't want anyone to judge me. This is me growing up. I didn't know any better. All right, so don't go ew, or you're poor. We were a middle class family. I had 3 older brothers, family of 6. So my father was an upholsterer that made $15,000 a year. So come on now. All right, the first one is mac and cheese with hot dogs and ketchup on top. The other one is fish sticks with my dad's secret sauce, which was ketchup and mayonnaise. And the other one I got once a year on my birthday. Shake and bake chicken. That was my once a year treat because
Get
my
out
favorite
of my
meal.
mama's kitchen.
So what's chicken baked chicken? What is that?
Shake and
Shake
bake.
and bake. Shake and bake,
Oh,
baby.
shake and bake.
Yeah, shake and bake
And
chicken.
shake and bake, and I helped.
I would get the breast with it. I like white meat.
Oh my God, that
that's
commercial sticks in my head like it pays rent.
What's a
My other 2 were way better than yours.
what's a
Shane,
super
just saying.
goblin?
That's what
That's
what he was
talking
saying about
Yoda.
Grogu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grogu's super Yoda or super Goblin was the species.
Oh, you're from Star Wars. You only got one. What were your other 2?
All right, let's see here. Rogue Force. What are your
Because I still eat them.
3?
What does he still eat?
Well, that's okay. I mean, you haven't really had a chance to, not have home cooking.
I
And
try.
Ancient Wolf. What about Ancient Wolf? Come on, boys.
Type faster.
Okay, so I'll throw it out. My other 2.
Go ahead.
My other 2 were sausage tortellini.
Yum.
My mom learned how to make it, and then we ate it all the freaking time. And my grandmother's biscuits and gravy.
Oh my God, one of mine was also biscuits and gravy, but it wasn't my grandma. It was like my play grandma. That's what we called her because she wasn't really my real grandma. But hers was biscuits and chocolate gravy. She made biscuits and chocolate gravy, and I haven't had it since I was a kid. Because I don't even know
Gravy.
Explain
Yeah, it's
explain
like a
chocolate
country
gravy.
thing. I wish I could. The only thing I can really reckon it to is like, like when you make pudding, there's like that hot pudding stage where it's like really liquidy before it firms up. So it's kind of like hot chocolate pudding on biscuits. And it's not something that I even know that as an adult I would want to eat because as a grown up, it sounds a little foul, to be honest, but I loved it when I was a kid. I don't remember what it was or how it was made. And kind of to what, I think it was VA that you had said, like, why we're not recreating things. Like, I do. When I want something that I had from my childhood, I just recreate it. I made beanie weenies the other day. I'm not kidding. Like, because I wanted beanie weenies and macaroni and cheese because we did not grow up middle class. We grew up Poor, poor. We lived off like government assistance when I knew what food stamps were back in the day when they were still physical. Okay. We were poor. And so I know the taste of government cheese. So like I know what that stuff tastes like. But we were really broke. So Beanie Weenies was one of mine, and I just made it the other day. But the one, so I don't really miss that one. Swiss steak, I still make my mom make for me, which you would think that Swiss steak actually means steak, but it is not. It's JTM hamburgers with tomatoes and onions and like a tomato sauce, and she made it with mashed potatoes. And when I say mashed potatoes, I mean instant, like the stuff from the box, which was like a magic trick to me the first time I saw them made, which was when I was probably like 16 the first time I actually watched her make mashed potatoes. And I was like, it was just milk and butter in a pan. And then all of a sudden she put in flakes that looked like laundry soap. And there were mashed potatoes.
Yes.
And I was amazed.
That was a
and
magic
they're
trick.
horrible.
Good old Hungry Jack.
I know. They're horrible.
I still go to that.
Prefer like the real ones. But it was just, I loved watching her make them. It really just about watching her make the magic potato.
Yeah.
And then for my third one, I'm going to go a little off course here and say something that I would never want to eat again. Just because it has a really funny story. My mom used to make me steak and onions. And until I was 7 years old, I thought I hated steak. Because steak and onions was really liver and onions. And I would cover it in ketchup. But she lied to me and told me it was steak, and I thought I hated steak until I was 7 years old. And I had
so
my
bad.
first bite of like real steak, and I have never had liver again. The end.
Here, girlfriend. Ugh.
Okay, Rogue Force says, and Junkie, back this up, mac and cheese, biscuits and gravies, and ramen. That sounds like a poor menu to me.
Amen.
So I only
Doesn't
make
sound
my
bad,
grandmother's biscuits and gravy like once a year, though.
We had
That
that
should take
family
forever.
recipe question a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Ugh.
And then Ancient Wolf says, I don't have anything I miss because I can still make it if I want it. Thanks for throwing me under the bus, kid.
Well, you can make it if you want it, but do you miss your mom's cooking of that 10 years ago?
Aw.
Oh, that's so.
To be fair, there wasn't a
cry.
lot that I regularly made.
And
He
Rogue
probably
says,
misses his Nana's cooking more than he misses mine.
Rogue Force says homemade. How do you homemade ramen? I'm just curious.
Well, actually, BC, if he was here, he would argue with you because although he's never made it for tortoise, y'all give him crap about that later. He says that he makes his broth from scratch. And, like, he cooks it forever. He makes everything from scratch, not the noodles, but, like, everything from scratch, he says. And it takes hours and hours, and he's never made it for tortoise.
Homemade
we should.
ramen is literally spaghetti with water and bouillon.
We have a new person in chat that we've never had before. I'm not sure how to
Who's
pronounce
that?
the name, but it says if you Google chocolate gravy recipe, it comes with a southern recipe that is really good. So I don't know if
And Ancient Wolf has confirmed he misses his Nana's
is it
cooking more than his mama's.
Sematable? Sematable? There's a bunch. There's
We'll
4
call him
so.
Sam for short.
Sem?
Yeah.
I
Hi,
mean-
Sam. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Sam.
Thank you. Subscribe to my channel, please. I got 53. I want 54. And
Hello.
we are raising money for St. Jude, so be good. Rogue Force again. He said mac and cheese is great. You spelled it right. I mean, we know what you say. I mean,
Okay,
in the age of texting.
Can I clarify, though, that we do not eat macaroni and cheese out of the box?
Homemade
ever.
macaroni and cheese is amazing.
Homemade
And it's
macaroni and cheese
always
is
with
fine.
the extra sharp white cheddar.
Okay.
Huh. All
Always.
right, question. Do you put like breadcrumbs and stuff on yours, or do you just bake
you
it with
better.
cheese on top?
No, you better put breadcrumbs on top.
I do
I
not
never put
put
breadcrumbs.
No.
I have
So-
never put them on mine, and I keep thinking that I might one day just toy with the idea. But I also think the family, it would be like mutiny.
Okay, so if you want to actually like try a recipe that's really good that blows everybody's mind, do broccoli and cheese and chicken and you bake it, but you have to crush up saltine crackers and put it in there.
So my mom used to make that, and I did it when I got older, but I didn't use saltine. I used Ritz because they're buttery.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can use Ritz or those oyster crackers
Oyster
that
crackers.
everybody loved when they were a kid, and now they're like, oh my god,
Nope.
I can't believe I ate bags of those.
Didn't eat those back
No, I
then.
still
Nope.
love them. I still love them.
It was saltine
Yeah.
or Ritz's in my house. I think that got everybody, it looks like. So mine, and like that's what I was joking, is shady, and y'all need to just stay out of my mama's kitchen because beans and wieners, and that's one of the few I'll still make because it's fast and it's cheap and filling. My mom's meatloaf, I like, and I've attempted it, and yeah, will not attempt it again. And ironically, and please don't hate, but the way my mom fixes liver.
Okay.
She does the flour, cook it in butter thing. No onions.
Peeps has joined us. He says homemade chicken noodle
Yay!
soup and homemade chicken fried steak.
Ooh.
And
that
Peeps,
fried steak sounds yummy.
for your information, if you joined us an hour ago, you'd be on the podcast. You would have been a guest host if you joined earlier.
His ears were burning us.
Just an
That's why he
FYI.
sat out.
Just an FYI, we were looking
Slacker.
for you.
Hi, peeps. I took your spot.
Well, you're a guest. He would have been a guest host, and there were 5 of us instead of 4. But we're still doing. We're doing great on
doing
time,
good.
so I mean, you guys are
That's
all
okay.
That
being
is this
awesome.
week's
Mouth,
top
I
three.
love your voice too. Just saying.
Now, I just noticed
Charlie.
something. There's 4 of us. I'm the only guy here. Is that true?
I know the estrogen is through the roof this week, my friend. Now you know
Oh, and
how
he's
I
loving
feel
it.
most weeks.
And I haven't been
Sorry.
defending myself too much, but I'm totally outnumbered here.
Oh, you're loving it.
We'll see how shady questions go, because I have some really doozies. Okay,
super
that
duper.
is top 3, I believe.
Yes, it is.
We're going to go. The third degree is coming up, chat. Please ask any one of us, ask Star Wars Junkie, VA, Mouth, or myself, any question you want, or all of us, the same question. That comes after shady questions before we wrap things up, so please come up with something. Type it all in caps so we can see it. It's not considered shouting. It's called, hey, I said this. So we'll see what goes on. So, okay, for the shady questions, the first one is always about...
Pizza.
Yeah, episode 31, guys. Come on. Yes, pizza. This one I was surprised at. And I'm not going to tell you how until everybody gets it wrong.
Thanks.
Chat, get ready. You want a number. Okay? You want numbers now.
What a number.
What year did the first pizzeria open in North Korea?
2008.
In North Korea,
1947.
pizzeria.
Chat, come on now. It's 4 numbers. You can type faster than
I'm gonna
that.
say 99.
I'm gonna give chat like 30 seconds. 4 numbers. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Just participate. Come on. 2020.
Last year.
Darn.
Woo!
Yeah,
I know
yesterday.
that they're behind the dimes, but damn.
Rogue Force 2003. All right.
Oh my god, that's great.
Okay. I think it was Junkie that was closest. You said 2008.
Yep.
2009.
Okay.
Man, I feel bad for them. They're just getting pizzerias.
They don't have electricity. Look at a map of the
Sorry,
world
Korea.
at night. The only place that doesn't have lights is North Korea. They're dark.
Well, that's because they're not allowed.
Ancient Wolf 1930s. Before World War II, they were a pizza empire.
Hey, it's okay, Wolf. I said 47. I was reaching too, baby. I was reaching.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say 47. There
I
wasn't
don't.
even a North Korea at
Yeah,
that
I don't think.
point.
Yeah, there wasn't North Korea, and they weren't involved in World War II, which pizza went through the roof. So
VA, as the smart one, I don't think it's cool you call me on my lack of geography knowledge. You don't get to do that. You're the smart one. You're supposed to make the less smart people do that.
Build us up,
Save
not
a
break
little
us
shred
down.
of my ego, love.
oh
Just
man,
kidding. I don't have one.
Dark is setting me up to fail on the third degree. Wow,
Oh no, what did he ask you?
he is setting me up. Favorite guest and host.
Oh, they better both be me.
Ooh.
I can make one
They
person
better.
happy and 35 people pissed off.
You know, look, Shady, it's okay. You answer however you want to on the podcast.
I think I got an answer. I have an answer.
We both know it's me. You can just text it to me later.
Okay, this next shady question is based on one that VA had for the top three. She had
Ooh.
top three actors or actresses you find that are hot or gorgeous or sexy or whatever. But this is top two athletes that you find attractive.
Mm.
Ooh.
Is this based solely on physicality or athletic prowess?
It's your choice.
Whatever you find sexy.
Everyone has their own definition of sexy. So I mean, if you like them, if they're plain looking but you think they're hot, that's your opinion. We can't argue with your opinion.
Hmm.
Who wants to go first?
Call
I
us out,
don't
baby.
watch. I'm not into sports.
You don't know who
I
David
really
Beckham
don't do
is,
poo-poos.
or
I
Danica
I know who he
Patrick.
is.
Beckham's a wuss.
Danica, I
Not
know who
hot.
they are. That doesn't mean I want to bang them.
Beckham's a princess.
Very much so. Posh is the man in that relationship.
Amen.
I know. It's funny. I'm just going to stop talking now.
All right, Rogue's posing a question for third degree also. That's probably going to go to Junkie first.
No, it's not. I'm not allowed.
Really?
So who's going first, Shady? Who's answering?
Yeah, who is? I don't want you to do call-outs on this. Junkie?
You don't?
What two
My bad.
athletes? What two athletes do you like? You think are hot?
Okay, so no judging.
Go ahead.
No judging. Aaron Rodgers
Okay.
Yes.
and John Cena.
Okay. If you want to consider
And
wrestling a
that's-
sport, I can go there.
I say John Cena, but I had to sit there and think about John Cena or Batista. Because Batista's a sexy, and yeah. So
can I ask you? I have a question, a follow-up question, Junkie. If that's okay, can I do that? Is that a thing?
Yep, you're a host.
Now I am, right? So
Oh, you gotta watch
Cena,
out.
I would have agreed.
What? Rogue.
Cena I
I
would
don't.
have agreed with, but not based on physicality, based on how good he is with kids and how many Make-A-Wishes he's granted. He has an amazing heart. Like, I don't think he's attractive. Seriously, I wouldn't pee on him if he was on fire if it wasn't for the fact that he was such a great person. But I don't think he's hot.
Who? Reynolds?
And Rodgers is probably one of the greatest, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Pack fan. He is probably one of the greatest quarterbacks that ever lived. But again, I don't think he's attractive. And that porn star mustache that he wears during pictures every stinking year has to go.
I totally agree. If we were gonna go by physical looks alone, neither one of those two would be the picks I pick. Neither one of them.
Amen, girl.
Because I would totally go for The Rock. Grr. Grr.
Has
Sorry.
anyone not answered?
That would be me, and I forgot that wrestling is technically a sport, so I'd have to say Batista, who I've actually met. Very, very nice.
Of course.
And Dwayne Johnson. Yeah.
The Rock.
Now, is
Him's
this based on physicality,
sexy.
VA, or some other
It's your
criteria?
choice. Your choice.
For the Rock, it's more the physicality. Although he seems like he is a very nice guy. For Batista,
He's got a great
it's
sense of
actually more his
humor.
personality. He's a little more thick than I care for my guys, but He is very nice. He is honest. He has ADD. He grew up nearby. So
Also
you
great
know,
with kids.
I'm all for with kids, but I'm all for celebrities that are willing to, you know, uh, confess that they're imperfect and that they have medical conditions like the rest of us to try to destigmatize those conditions. So,
You're here.
you know, I did not know that he had ADD until I saw him at AwesomeCon in 2019. I knew he was local, but I didn't know how local. He and his brothers grew up in Southeast DC, which is a really rough neighborhood to this day. Um, and one of his brothers is still local. So for him, it's his person, and for Dwayne, he's he's pretty hot.
You know who's a
Yeah,
hotter
he's
wrestler than
like
The
a
Rock?
cocoa cookie that you just want to eat up and devour.
You know who's hotter than The Rock, though, when it comes to wrestlers, is Roman Reigns. He's
Oh,
I don't know who
delicious.
that is.
Oh,
oh,
he's so yummy. Think of like Jason Momoa, but like the wrestling version. He's so
uh-huh.
yummy. So yummy. You're gonna look that up later, girl. Material. You're welcome.
Okay,
But
Rogue Force says Ryan Reynolds. Isn't he an actor?
Yeah, he's
he's
not
an
an
actor.
athlete and never has been to my
He could have
knowledge.
played baseball in high school. You don't know.
You know, he might have.
He might have.
He might have, but
Actually,
he sure as hell isn't known for it.
he did
No.
actually play baseball, I do believe.
How
Did
do
he
you
really?
know that?
It's Ryan Reynolds. He's freaking hot.
She's VA. No, she knows everything.
Yes, VA.
It's sports. I don't know sports, and even celebrity sports.
The two
Okay.
Yeah, I think
hottest,
he
I
Wow.
think the
actually,
two
I think he
hottest
made it to.
athletes. Oh, sorry. I think the two hottest athletes based on
Oh, no way.
like athletic prowess alone would be Steph Curry. He's
Okay.
with Golden State, by the way, VA, because I know you don't do sports. And
Basketball, by the
Bakhtiari,
way.
And
yeah,
who?
and Bakhtiari is with the Packers. And
Mm.
he's out this season, but he's on the injured list, but he's amazing. Like both of them, when it comes to the sport, poetry in motion. Swear to God.
Mouth.
Okay.
We have a problem, Mouth.
What?
Oh.
Myself and Dark are barking up the same tree. His first answer was Sharapova and Steffi Graf. Then he changed it to Sharapova and Anna Ivanovic. My answer is Anna Ivanovic and Serena Williams. All
Are
five are
those all
tennis
tennis
players.
people?
All five of those
Yeah.
answers were tennis players.
The only one I knew was
Serena and
Serena
Venus are both
Williams.
very beautiful.
Anna Ivanovic is gorgeous. She was like number one in 2008 as a tennis player. She's like in the top 20 now.
That's what yours.
But she's a brunette from like a foreign country, and she's just gorgeous.
I'm an athlete.
You're
You don't
third.
think lunchtime upstairs
You're
was
third
athletic?
then. You were third then.
Oh, sorry, I thought I muted.
You did not mute.
Just kidding. I
Uh,
was like, yeah, Anna Jabopovic or whatever her name was. Go.
Sharapova.
That's what I said. That's what I meant.
That sounds just like Chernobyl. I'm sorry.
You know what that reminds me of? You know that now it's Istanbul and that Constantinople. You know that song?
Oh
Oh
God!
my
Thank.
gosh.
I'm gonna.
Is that a
I'm gonna smack you through the internet
is that a
because I
song
did
or a
not need that.
Dr. Seuss book?
It's a
No, it's a
song.
song.
One of those one-hit
Now it's Istanbul,
wonders.
not Constantinople. I don't know the rest of the song, but that's all I know.
Oh my gosh.
She's really cute.
Okay, one more
She's
shady
really
question
cool.
before we get to the third degree. This one was supposed to be a question last week, but I changed it because VA and her son were on as a guest. And I didn't want them to feel awkward. I probably guessed they wouldn't with the information I've learned tonight, but I just didn't want Ancient Wolf to feel like he's an idiot or had to be quiet or turn red. So, I've saved this for two. I have a joke for this one. I saved it for 2 weeks. This is the extra shady question, Mouth. This is the one you love. This is why you're here.
Oh, my favorite.
This is why you're here. Thoughts or feelings the first time you had sex? And who wants to go
Hold
first?
on. I'll go first after Tawada leaves the room. Go.
It's thoughts or feelings. You don't have to go through positions.
until Guardians After Dark to do this?
Go away, son. Go.
This could be
Go
really
put a rim on
innocent.
that glass.
You could be like, we've been in
It's
love for
not.
6 months and we got to this point and it was wonderful. We made eye contact. We were in love. It was a special moment. Our souls connected. It could be not dirty. It doesn't have to be dirty.
No, I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay,
Yeah.
so he's in the kitchen.
Okay.
So the first time, this is going to be way too much for your podcast, and BC's going to hate me for this. But my first time was actually at our school. After school, we broke into one of the private music rooms, me and BC. And the only thing I was thinking is, why did he pretend he was sick to carry around this washcloth?
Oh, wow.
He can give you context for that a little better, but he just pretended he was sick this whole time to carry around this washcloth. Like, for real? You could have just put that in your pocket?
That was
Oh my God.
foresight.
That's what I
That
was
was
thinking.
planning. That was some planning.
It was, but it's weird.
Okay.
I'm
Nice.
He's gonna kill you for that one.
Junkie,
totally going to kill me.
you have less than 5 minutes. Go.
So
Handcuffs, police siren, lineup.
no,
Dogs.
actually, I was the longest lasting virgin in my little group of friends. I made it till
Oh.
I was 16. Look at me go.
16. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a feat out in the country. But
That's a big deal, girl. I was a little less than that.
yeah, but it was not awesome. It was not amazing. And my first was actually my oldest daughter's dad. And he took me into his sister's trailer into
Classy.
her laundry room.
Classy.
Oh, that is classy. He put her on the dryer. That's classy.
No. He was over the dirty clothes pile.
Ew.
And I was like, you are such an asshole. I was like, yep, I'm definitely going to break up with you. And then 4 years later, I did.
4 years later.
Sometimes things take time.
I love it, Junkie. That's the best.
So see,
SpongeBob,
no
you know when like
handcuffs.
the things pop up at the bottom 4 years later.
Well, that's good, Rogue. That's a good answer at your age. That's
It
the
is.
correct answer at your age.
VA?
He hasn't even had his first kiss.
Mine was. So that's it. I can do better on my own.
Okay.
That's
my
like
God.
my life story, dude.
VA, I knew I loved you the moment I heard you on this podcast. It was like deep entrenched in my soul.
You like to take things,
Just
to
knew
take
I was
matters
gonna
into your own hands. I get that.
I was 17. My
Okay.
first serious boyfriend. We'd waited. We did it, and I seriously was like, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was definitely not awesome. Like,
Okay.
you hear about or you read in the, the romance novels, and yeah. So.
Listen,
right.
those things lie.
They
Yes,
exaggerate
I
a little
realize
bit.
very quickly that those things lie.
Me too.
Even better when I'm
Chapter one.
Even better when I'm proofreading erotica for the last 12 plus years. Yes, they lie badly.
Yeah, stuff doesn't happen in real life.
Okay, my
Let's
first time.
discuss that offline.
My first time was not with VA, just so you know. We've never met in person.
We ain't that old, my friend.
My thoughts were, oh my God, I can't believe I'm done.
How old were you, Shady?
18.
God, man, why do I feel like a whore right now?
Oh my gosh.
I'm younger than you guys, like a little. 16, 17, and 18 for y'all.
Okay, so I'll make you feel better. The only reason I waited until I was 16 is because it was legitimately the first boy that ever wanted anything to do with me.
Can we just
Aw.
blame
Ever.
BC for this? Can we just blame BC? I was 13, by
I
the
like
way, but
Ancient Wolves. He
can we
answers
just
the same
blame
thing as
BC?
Rogue.
Because it's not my fault.
Okay, that
Oh,
See, the
wraps up.
young gentlemen in the chat are both like, I cannot answer.
Yeah, I feel uncomfortable.
No, they can't answer. They both have their V card.
Mm,
Swipe
good for
those
you.
cards,
Y'all keep
boys.
it.
I said it.
Pride.
Mine is pretty close to Shady's.
Dork said his was like yours, Shady.
Yeah,
The
but
second
somebody.
time I went almost 10 minutes. So come on now.
Yeah, here's the thing though. But somebody knocked on the door at the same time, so nobody knew
Oh,
except me. but, but second time, yeah.
Oh, you got an out card, boo. He said somebody knocked and she didn't know.
Okay, that wraps up shady questions. Do we want to do third degree or?
Of course we do. What are the
sure.
questions?
Okay, I can't go back up.
He's scared.
I have Dark saying, "Who's your favorite guest and host?"
Dun
Mm.
dun dun.
Okay,
Dun, dun,
anybody watching my
dun.
screen, please keep an eye on me. My favorite guest and host is real easy.
No.
And that is my
What did he
favorite
say?
guest and host.
What did he say? He said himself?
Oh, that was great.
Did you point to your mouth? Because that's what I heard.
You can hear what you want.
I
Any
was for
other
sure he
third
was like
degree? I thought we had
pretending
one
to be a
more.
lightsaber for me. So.
Oh yeah, we have what's your favorite Star Wars character?
Seriously?
Yep, that's from Rogue Force.
Let's
Chewbacca.
see.
Okay.
Chewbacca's my favorite.
That's two for Chewbacca. Is that three for Chewbacca?
Ahsoka.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going
I
against
like
the grain.
Yoda.
I'm going against the grain. Darth Maul.
You would.
Yep, Darth Maul.
Nope.
He
Yoda's
took
the
on
man.
two Jedi and almost won.
Almost doesn't count.
My book it does.
Except
Any
in
o-
horseshoes and hand grenades, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ahsoka Tano all the way.
We're a little bit late on time. Mouth, you were doing a BC job. Good job. You're filling in for BC.
Thank
Nice.
you. I think I filled in for him well.
You did.
Nailed it.
Up next, I got three this or that, and then we'll do the outro. So this or that. Here's a real quick, guys. Just one sentence answer. One 2 words answer. New clothes or new phone?
New clothes.
Phone.
Clothes.
Clothes. Chat, you can catch up. We're moving on.
Specifically shoes.
Amusement park or day at the beach?
Beach.
Beach.
Amusement
Beach.
parks.
Oh.
God, apparently I'm the oddball tonight.
R2D2
No, I
from
used to
Ancient
be
Wolf?
amusement park, but now I'm plus size. I don't fit.
I'm
Only your
white and I
heart,
burn,
darling.
so
I don't like heights.
going to the
so
beach
most
is
of
no
the
good.
rides take you up into the air, so I don't like heights.
I love it.
Okay, last this or that. I'm neither on this one, so don't even ask me. I'm neither. Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Both.
Ice.
Ooh,
Oh.
yeah, both.
We got two both, a neither, and an ice.
I mean, it just really depends on
Woofy
I'll
says
drink
clothes
both,
and
but
beach.
if I had to pick,
Rogue Force
clothes
says
and
clothes
beach,
and
clothes
parks.
and parks.
Nice.
Iced, yes.
Ice
He
from
drinks
Woofy.
quite a bit of iced.
I just don't like the taste of coffee. I've had like 4 cups of coffee in my life. I don't even like coffee ice cream. Just don't like the taste.
Oh,
I love coffee ice cream.
I have flavored syrup with a side of coffee. Is how somebody put the way that I drink my coffee. It has a lot of creamer, a lot of sweetener. Yeah.
That's how my
I
husband
feel
drinks
that.
it.
Oh, yeah. I get that. They asked me at Dunkin', do you want some coffee with your creamer?
Yeah, basically that would be me.
Yeah. I tell them I want it chuggable.
I prefer
need-
mine with a little bit of whiskey or something.
Bailey's.
Okay, Dark's going phone, beach, and both coffees. Way to cover the board there. Okay, that wraps up this or that for this week. We're actually a little bit late on time. I'm so impressed, guys. Only 4 of us here, and we're late on time. Awesome. Good
There
Well, you
is
have
disposition.
three
the ride
females,
now.
dude.
Here you're
So
whining about we gonna be short.
I was worried.
Yeah. Boom.
I'm
never
not.
gonna happen. Never, never, never.
I'm not used to coming up short.
No. You know
I
one
bet you
song?
aren't, Boo.
It's gonna get stuck in your head forever and ever and
Ever,
ever.
ever.
Seriously, I
Don't
heard
you
it and it's been
accept
stuck
the
in my head.
first time?
Beverly Hills Cop. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, jeez.
dun, 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 dun.
Shady.
Look at you pulling out like some 80s, 80s songs. Damn.
I know. Well, that song gets stuck in your head. Take that, baby shark. Boom.
I was old and I was dancing to that. I was dancing to that at the school dances.
So was
I'm
I.
dating myself.
Oh my god. I'm not. Shady, did you hear Dork?
What do you say?
When you said, I'm not used to coming up short, he said, except for the first time.
I wasn't short. I was early.
Potato, dude.
Best,
I was laughing
best
by
5
myself.
seconds of her life.
Now, if only she remembered that.
Well, she was crying, so I'm not sure.
Oh.
Therapy for years.
Oh no,
All
she's
right.
so crying because she loves you so much.
Yeah. Okay, moving on, guys. We're actually late on time. Quick stats before we get to the outro. I have a milestone to announce. Again, all my accomplishments that I go over all the time have to do with time played, not skill. I told this to VA the other day. I'm less than 200 hours away from 10,000 hours in the Destiny franchise. I will get there probably this month.
Yay.
But when it comes to kills on my account on Destiny 2, I just reached 3.3 million the other day. So I got 700,000 to go before I get the 4 million, which if we have Destiny 2 next year, I will get there.
Wow.
Good job, baby.
Yeah, impressive, isn't it? Yeah.
And he
Nicely
totally
done.
has more kills in trials. Totally.
Yeah, those are all Guardian kills. Okay, now it's time for the outro. First of all, we go, where can we find everybody? VA?
You can find me on PSN and Twitch at VA_witch, and you can find me on Twitch and YouTube at VA Witch without the underscore.
Okay, Mouth?
You can find me in the chat, unless I'm at the Ladies Auxiliary Club.
Or a co-host. You never know.
Or
Junkie?
on here.
Junkie?
Anywhere except late for dinner.
I'm waiting for that. Okay, I'm ShadyVale35. You can find me on YouTube and PSN. It's ShadyVale35. No space between the letters and numbers. That makes a big difference. Okay, the clan has spoken. We are done. Next week's guest is up in the air. If anyone has a suggestion, a friend they're gaming with, somebody they know in the real world that's a gamer that wants to be on the show, let me know, because people aren't around
TARDIS
that
is
much.
pointing to himself.
Hey,
He's pointing
okay.
fervently.
If I can't find somebody good, I'll grab TARDIS. Just kidding, TARDIS. I love you. I love you. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pencil him in. TARDIS right now. TARDIS, you're the guest next week. And Mouth may be the guest host if BC can't find a house, Devon.
I've been sending him listings.
What do you mean?
Hey, TARDIS, get ready to bring it next week.
The first one.
He said he was the first one. How quickly you forget.
He was good too. That podcast has like 160 views. It started out with like 60, and everyone goes back to the first one and goes back to all the other ones to listen to them. So it's
Or they go back because TARDIS is a cutie wootie patootie.
Stop.
Okay, TARDIS, you're lined up.
Some help.
TARDIS, you're lined up for next week, buddy. I locked you in. You're in stone. Don't disappoint
So
me.
don't get grounded.
Yeah,
I
don't.
was thinking that. I didn't say it. I was thinking it.
Okay, you can find us at the same time next week, 8:30-ish Eastern. We see when people get here. Same outlet if you're watching my stream. I'll be streaming again next week. If not, the next day you can find us on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, and please, everyone, don't forget St. Jude. We are raising money for them, over $700 on this podcast. I want to get to a whole minute, and we're at 22 seconds, just over a third of the way there. Let's go, guys. Okay, BC is not here to take us out. But before I say mouth take us out, I want to say everyone please subscribe. I got 53 subscribers. I want 100. Come on. It's not helping me a bit. Every penny this podcast makes go to St. Jude. You're helping St. Jude, not me. So,
Yes.
whenever you're ready, mouth.
I'ma just say, slap that like button like your mama taught you, right? Ow!
And I'm pretty sure I didn't cut you off this time.